welcome to Class with Coco. I go by the name of Classy Coco, and you already know how it goes. I'm a bit ill, so please bear with me. Plus, I really hate recording videos, but I feel like I have to. So, here it goes. Judge me if you want. Yeah, I smoke. I've stopped smoking weed though, which is good, but let me continue. So, today I wanted to talk about and especially talk to those people who feel secluded and isolated from their peers and within their specific environment. I wanted you to know that there's a reason for this, especially if you're an empath. You need to understand that when something is exclusive, it means that not many people can gain access to it. And when you're a person who is great, when you're a person who, in comparison to the rest of the world, is different and specifically a good natured person, your soul in itself, number one, experiences this world different, and number two, is very high vibrating. And what I mean by high vibrating is that everything within this universe and on earth resonates at a specific frequency. And for those of us that think and behave in ways that are different from the norm, we are therefore vibrating at a different frequency. Now, you can open your phones and you can scroll through Instagram, you can scroll on YouTube, and everyone is just playing roles. Many people are inauthentic and they don't even know that they are. I'm so disgusted and fed up with the ways in which people show up on the internet shaking their asses and every minute trying to act as though they've got something to say while recording their asses and recording their bodies. It is become so sickening. I don't know how men feel about it, but even if I saw men flexing themselves on the net, it makes me feel sick too. I mean, how can I say this? We live in a world where the currency seems to be physical rather than spiritual. And even some of those people who talk about spirituality and stuff, they spend most of their time trying to look a certain part as opposed to just getting the important messages out to people. And then we got a lot of people who claim to want to help people. However, there's a monetary aspect behind what they're doing. And I don't feel like that's genuinely, it can genuinely help people. However, they wouldn't do it for free, which says something about their soul. So, if you feel alone and you feel misunderstood, you feel as though when you're in certain spaces, you actually feel like you don't belong there, it's because you don't. You have to understand that things, I'm using the word things because you can relate that to worldly goods. Think about possessions or things that are very expensive or priceless. Nobody can own them, nobody can touch them. You won't even be able to see it in person. And I want you to imagine that I have to put down my roll up when I say this, that our Creator knows who you are, even though the world may not. And our creator wouldn't want you to be around negative people with their negative energies rubbing themselves on you, so to speak. I'm talking metaphorically. I've realized that not only do I not fit in with other people, but I've come to a realization that I don't even want to be around those people, because when I watch the way they operate in comparison to how I am, they don't actually deserve to be around me. And I'm not saying that from an egotistical point of view. I'm saying that because I've spent a lot of time working on myself spiritually, working on myself mentally. When you picture something that is exclusive, it means that many people will have no access to it. It does not mean that that person is lowered in value. If anything, you're more valuable because you're not all over the place and in everyone's faces. I used to feel down about not having friends and feeling as though I'm different than other people. But I've come to the realization that me being different is actually a good thing. Me not being everywhere is actually a good thing. And I actually feel exclusive. And like I said before, not in an egotistical way. So sometimes I look at other creators, may they call them, online. And yeah, I have those aspects to my personality. I'm not serious all the time. I'm actually quite stupid in real life. All right, let me get back to can be when I'm in my own zone. But I don't feel as though other people deserve to even witness that side of me. And it's very hard to explain why I feel like that, but it just feels so inauthentic to purposely record myself like I'm some fucking puppy show or joke for other people to see. I sure as hell won't be putting my body up on the internet, whether I'm clothed or not, because there's a reason behind why a person does what they do. And even the people that you look up to, let me take that back because I don't look up to a goddamn person but my creator. Even those people that you think, wow, they're just filled with confidence. Is that really confidence, or is that seeking validation and attention seeking? Because I don't get why females these days are online. It's like you've got a fucking catalogue of women with their asses and tits out, and they're just seeking attention. Do you know how sad you have to actually be to behave in those ways? You have to actually look at these people and look beyond the glitz and glamours that they're trying to portray and see and recognize that they're attention seeking. Like, I've come to this conclusion because I've got pictures that look nice, or I could take pictures and videos that look nice. I can dance sometimes, but for me to purposely record that and put it on the internet, it's like, what are you putting it there for? Some may argue that people are just trying to create content to make money. So I'm not the judge. I'm just making this video because there may be people who are younger than me, older than me. There may be people, whether you're male or a female that feel as though they just can't behave like that, and they don't know the reasons why they can't behave like that. I'm letting you know you don't behave like that because you are not seeking validation and attention from other people. Sometimes you may feel like you want attention, but you want the right attention. And so remember that anything that is exclusive cannot be handled or be around everything. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So, if and when you decide to share yourself with people, those people should be lucky to have you around them, because you don't share yourself with everyone. I mean, how special is that? So, if you didn't recognize that, I'm telling you that, and I don't give a damn whether you're broke. I don't give a damn whether there's things about yourself that you feel are inadequate. You're perfectly fine. And there's a reason why God or our Creator doesn't want you to be all up in the mix. I myself, I find it very hard to make these videos because I just find it weird. I'm going to be taking a break from social media. I don't have any pages on social media where I've just got pictures of myself all over it and videos, but I do have Instagram where I used to share positive posts and also, like pictures of my kids and stuff. I also have an Instagram called Mind Before Matter, in which I will be working on. However, I'm going on a social media break and I'm going to show you what I've got. So, this is about to be my new phone, and you can laugh if you want. Yes, there are, like, I'm kind of tomboyish, but the girl within, she lives. I just don't share her with everyone because I have to be a soldier out there. I've learned that when you're soft and when you're empathetic and when you're a very caring person, people will take advantage of that. And so I have my outer shell, which is hard, tough, a little bit, but my inner girly side is there. So I'm going to be using this phone to have as my main phone and to cleanse myself from all the distractions. You have to remember that your mind's a computer, and everything that you look at, everything that you hear is being processed by your mind, your brain. And you have to be careful of what you're exposing yourself to, because without you knowing it unconsciously, it is, or it can create programs within you. I hope I've made sense in this video, because sometimes I go round and round in a circle, um, and I don't get to the main points. Like I said, hopefully I'll get better at doing these things. My self confidence is still growing in a way to not feel like I'm some sort of imposter. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? A little bit. But yeah, on that note, I'm gone. I hope you've all had a great new year and you stay positive. There are gonna be days when you feel low, but you have to be aware of who you surround yourself with, what you surround yourself with, and the negative self talk that you give yourself. Yeah, I'm gone, people. Have a blessed night, and I will chat to you soon. Shit. Good night.